this morning, I am feeling loved. That's because Miss Jo Harris is here, and she brought one of my favorite dishes ever, apple pie.
Apple pie.
I can't go wrong there.
It's not his birthday, it's just his special day.
Just a special
I
day.
guess so. I'm so excited. I am a big apple pie fan, and Miss Jo, I know like all the recipes you show us, they're really great and they're really easy to do.
Absolutely. We let our grocery store do a little bit of the work for us so that we can do it easily, and it works every time.
Nothing's
So
wrong with
that's the
that.
best part. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a can of apple pie filling, and we're going to place it in our bowl. Hunter, what I'd like for you to do, if you don't mind, will you place
Eat it.
Yeah, eat it. Will you place my brown sugar? That's
Absolutely.
a half a cup of brown sugar that we're going to
Man.
place over the top of the mixture.
What does brown
Antoine,
sugar
if you,
not make good?
No, Antoine, this
Cinnamon?
is nutmeg.
Nutmeg, okay.
And then your is white sugar. We have
Okay.
a cup of white sugar. So far we've got some really good ingredients going in on top of that apple mixture, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Apple on top of sugar on top of sugar.
Nothing's wrong with sugar.
Can't go wrong there, can we?
Get you a little sugar.
The next thing is we're going to put a little bit of salt on top of that.
Isn't that what your mama
Kinda-
told you, right? Get you a little sugar.
Get you a little sugar? Okay, good deal. Well, we're going to get you a lot of little sugar with
There
your
we
apple
go.
pie. Next thing we're going to do is put in a little bit of flour. We
Okay.
have 2 tablespoons of flour. If you'll just put that over there.
Kind of
This kind
picking
of
it up.
thickens it up just
Okay.
a little bit. And then the next thing is we have some lemon juice.
Ooh.
So put us a
Really?
little bit of lemon juice in there, and that kind of tarts it up a little bit too. So we have a little sweetness, we have a little salt, we have a little tartness. I mean, you can't go wrong there. So what this is our pie mixture.
Okay.
So it works out really nice. You just kind of stir it all together. I can.
Now you had all
Can you
the.
smell all those good? Can you smell all those good, wonderful?
You actually
Good
get a
to
good. You smell the lemon too, really strong.
Right. And then once it kind of cooks in your pie shell, it marries all those
Right. the
ingredients
flavors
together.
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we have now is our pie shell. Now you can take a homemade crust. I have a recipe that we're going to put online that you can make with homemade crust: flour, water, a little bit of salt, knead it all together, roll it out. But what I did is I just picked up a crust from the grocery store.
Okay.
And it
Easy
has
peasy.
2 of them in there, and it makes it just so much easier for you.
Okay.
So, and I just took a pie shell that I picked up, and I've just placed the pie shell right across there.
Make it super easy.
Super
Yeah.
easy. And then we're going to place our mixture right on the top of that. So it couldn't be any easier than that. And you know, we should always have our children if you have any children at home, you should have your children in the house, you know, helping you to cook, because they enjoy seeing what they can make. They enjoy seeing what can come out of what you're putting it together.
And it's more
when
likely to eat it
And when
with
they
it.
get ready to eat it, they think, oh my goodness, I've made that. Now we have our second pie shell that we're going to place right over the top, just like that. And we're just going to kind of crinkle it, kind of mesh it together, and then we're going to take our knife and we're just going to go around the edges
And slice
and
off the
slice
excess.
it off. So just kind of cut it off. And these little extra edges that you have on here, you can take it and probably make another little bit of a pie shell. Now what I wanted to explain to you also, which is really important, is you want to take some slits and put in the top of it so that when
Okay.
it cooks, it'll rise and then it'll bubble right on down. And then I take a little homemade cover over the edge
So they don't burn.
so it doesn't
How
burn.
about
that?
Yeah.
How about that?
And I just kind of cover it on the top and the bottom, and when I put it in the oven, it makes it beautiful. Look at this.
That is really impressive, by
That's
the way.
nice.
That is so impressive. That
It
looks
cooks
amazing.
it all on the top, and it doesn't burn it too much here around on the edges, and you've got a perfect pie.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to dive into this. Thank you so much, Miss
Yep,
Jo.
yep. We're going to have some when we come back.
No
we
doubt.
will.
And stay with us coming up after the break. We have the latest in your health news this morning. It's the latest in your medical minute. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, we're finishing out in the kitchen this morning with Miss Jo Harris, and I'm definitely feeling love this morning. She made one of my
Thank you.
favorites, apple pie, and now she's giving me ice cream. What can
Ice cream with apple pie.
Can I-
What better can be that?
can I argue there with that one?
What better can it be?
No, it
Kids,
can't.
don't eat this for breakfast.
Yes, let us make a note this morning. We've been up for quite a while, so this actually fits right into where we are. Miss Jo,
We did.
I love the full idea. Tell us how we threw all this together.
Okay, what we did is we made Nana's apple pie. This is my Aunt Dot, Aunt Dot Powers. Every year,
Oh
this
my
is one
God.
of the main things that she does for our Christmas and Thanksgiving. We can't have a meal without her apple pie.
Oh, wow.
So to make this apple pie, you use 1 can of apple mix, and then you use 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You use 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You have 2 tablespoons of flour. You have 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice to kind of cur it there, and 2 tablespoons of butter. We just put little pads of butter right on the very top. So before you put your crust on, then you put your top crust layer on. And then this foil is one of her little tricks that she's always taught us in our family, was to put this around the edge of your pie crust, because once you put it around the edge of your pie crust, you pop it in the oven, then it bakes. And when it bakes, then this is standing up and it doesn't get all burnt and brown.
Which is the worst thing you could have is a pie that's kind of been cooked and the edges are like burnt.
And the crust just, the edges just kind of fall apart. So, I mean, this pie cooked beautifully, didn't
Yes,
it?
it
right
did.
there?
Yes.
Pie
So
is
how
delicious.
does it taste? Does it taste good?
It's absolutely delicious.
It's really, really good.
Good,
I mean, like,
good. So we know that Hunter's favorite pie is apple pie. He
It
told
is.
me that not long ago. So
is.
I said, well, that's one of the things that we want to do. Now, I did have a little bit of the pie crust left over, and so I made a little filling that
like
I
a
put.
little apple turnover.
So, you know, you can't ever waste anything. So just take this and pull it and mash it together, and then pop that in the oven, and you have got a little turnover.
That's actually
Isn't that
really
cute?
brilliant.
And you can just
Yeah.
throw that in your lunch bag when
just
you have to
throw-
go to work or something. like
Yeah,
that.
the children. You know, always involve family when you're cooking in the kitchen. Make it fun, make it enjoyable. You know, kind of pull other people into it. It makes it more enjoyable for you as well as for
As
the
the
children.
kids. And then they learn
this
and
is
they get
something
to-
that they can make. They can't mess it up. No, you can't mess any of that up.
And you can get this recipe in the Delta Democrat Times, also on Miss Jo Harris's website. We're going to be posting it on Facebook later today. And don't forget, Miss Jo, you do a lot of catering.
I do. I do a lot of catering, and right now we're booking weddings, and we're booking
Ooh.
class reunions and family reunions. Now's a good time. Most people book anywhere from 3 to 6 months ahead. So if you're thinking about planning an event, big or small, just give me a call. My number is 662-820-9903. You can always call up the TV station. Hunter or Tawana, either one can give you my number. So just give me a call.
So good. We had so much fun. Thanks, Miss Jo, for being here. Great food, apple pie. We hope you had a great day. Don't forget, you can grab these recipes on our Facebook page. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Good Morning America is now.